In this background, if I'm talking about issues which the G20 during our presidency will have to prioritize, I would highlight about 8 of them, all of which are not yet, as I said, the final word on it. To what extent will development and the need for financing development will take us to a situation where you become so indebted? And can sustainable development goals be reached? We are, after all, only 8 years away from it. Can sustainable development goals be reached by financing ourselves like that we end up not developing our resources or assets, but more indebted? And that kind of unsustainable way of attaining your development goals is something on which all of us will have to apply our mind. We'll have to understand how multilateral institutions, international financing institutions, are going to be a better reformed institutions. Do they want to fund themselves better? Do they want themselves to unlock the potential that they have better? And therefore, multilateral, particularly financing institutions, will be a matter of debate. I am happy the tone of it has already been set by the Honorable Prime Minister when he's been calling repeatedly for reforming institutions, the UN, the IMF, the World Bank. Prime Minister is never tired of telling that these institutions will have to look at reforms. And that is something which I think is the need of the hour. Debt distress is something which I've already touched upon. That is definitely an issue which all of us will have to understand. The common framework, its effectiveness. Why is that even after that, not more than 2 or 3 countries have come forward to say we need some help? And even they are not very sure as to how it's going to work out. So it's not something which is appealing for countries to say, yes, we need to approach. We need to approach them and then we'll get the relief. So the debt distress and addressing debt distress will be an issue. Sustainable infrastructure, quality infrastructure. And for India, the next 25 years with PM Gati Shakti, with the very clear multimodal emphasis and making sure the resources are being optimally utilized for the sake of building India of 2047. Then, of course, is talking about the digital agenda, where I would certainly love to showcase India's moving speedily forward on using digital technologies, whether it is for identity, whether it is for financial inclusion. Your topic has asked me to refer to financial inclusion, improving it. So digital financial inclusion. And today, as we talk, we are aware that the Reserve Bank has started a pilot in the digital currency. So whether it is your identity, whether it is your financial inclusion, or it is basing on transfer, the governmental transfer of certain entitlements to the beneficiaries, if I may say, achievements of India will have to be showcased, because many of the G20 members have expressed a desire to know how we could really do it. And many of them are also engaging with us to see if their systems and our systems can be interoperable. Also to understand how crypto assets can be regulated with all countries being on the board, because no one single country can succeed in individually being in a silo and trying to regulate the crypto assets. I have not mentioned the two big items which people normally keep referring in these days: food security and energy security. Energy security, I've sort of referred to it from the point of view of sustainability, but immediate requirements of countries for the energy requirements, and also the food security, which again today and since yesterday has become another point of discussion because of the disruption which is happening in shipping grains through the Black Sea. So these are issues which definitely are already there. So broadly, I would think these are the kind of issues with which we'll have to take the G20 forward. I've given you a sketch of it.